Yo, it's your boy Storko J today, and today I just I'm gonna do a Black Clover chapter review. Now that the semester is over, for college and stuff like that, I'll be putting out more videos than I usually been doing. So look forward to a week full of videos and stuff like that, and discussions and stuff like that I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna start the Black Clover review series, and there's gonna be some other series I do is when I get ready, get to the act of catching up. Series like Fire Force, 8 and 0, and I might throw in some One Piece or MHA from time to time. So yeah, so this is gonna be my first kind of chapter review on the channel. But yeah, I'll put a playlist to this once I get the ball rolling a little bit. But this is gonna be my take. And also, I know there's a lot of people that I know that do these videos. So you can send us. I'll put some links to their channels down below. Quan Credible, check out Quan Credible, J Cloud. Rex, all three of them do great jobs on their chapter reviews, and they're worth the mentioning. And also, I be on the podcast with my boy Josuke and them. We just be chilling, talking about some of the stuff that happens in the new chapter, debating and stuff like that. So I'll put a link to his channel down there below. Make sure you subscribe and be on the lookout for the content and podcasts and stuff like that. So, all right, now that I got that out the way, the point, with chapter 250, 251, there's a lot of stuff that there was cleared up and misconceptions that other people were thinking that Tabata had just left alone that were being cleared up. But kind of the point of emphasis I also want to bring about is that Vonika's curses also bring a lot to play too, because honestly, from what we saw with the other people, we just saw them using their natural abilities, and just infused with, devils like both Dante and Zenon, both had, how would I put it? They had both never just done anything, something like curses and stuff like that. Most of it was just regular abilities hiding with the devil's powers and stuff like that, like bone magic, gravity magic. We all seen what they can do. Even Dante has a secret, second magic, but we never seen anything from them like curses and stuff like that. So I feel like that was a bigger point of this chapter. And also revisiting rematches. Now, what the biggest thing I want to imply with this, because a lot of people were seeing these fights and they was kind of they was kind of dissatisfied with how the fights ended. They think that some characters shouldn't have beat them because of the stages, and I feel like Vonika's curse also helps us out because now we know that they can get back up and start fighting again. And it's just something that I think Tabata has done really well with planning ahead and stuff like that with these fights, and also giving us something to still look forward to. So I feel like these fights are gonna be all amazing. Seeing what each character can do when they fight, and it's gonna be great. And I feel like these rematches are gonna be good, very, very good. The next couple of chapters on from this chapter. Also, you know Vonica showing up, confronting both, Lolo, Loro, Noel and Mimosa like that. It's kind of just amazing because each of the Dark Triad has had a great interest so far, a cool swacking interest. But I kind of do want to know more about how, about the last time they met and stuff like that. Maybe we'll visit that in later chapters. I really want to see Tabata, extend on more about how her power works. Like, I'm a big fan. I'm not a big fan of over explaining power systems and stuff like that, or complicating, by just explaining powers. But I feel like Vanica's abilities or curses, or what the curse is and how certain stuff works. I feel like that's gonna need a lot of explaining, and I just hope he does as well. But getting back to this chapter, I feel like it was, feel like something also that I want to bring to attention that this kind of clears up for the chapter. If honestly, honestly, the spirit gardens. Now, the thing about that is that Gaja is pretty much Gaja and maybe another spirit guard is the only two visible ones in this chapter. But I feel like honestly, if this was, since these curses come to play now, it could also be possible that the spirit gardens got into they fought, defeated them, and they came back to life once. Or, like I said, it's a lot of possibilities and hand cannons that I can come up with to, kind of just not how people throw the the spirit gardens into the trash route. Because honestly, I feel like the spirit gardens are probably pretty good in their own, expertise. And they're good at certain things that make them stay zero. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff that, with this chapter, there's a lot of stuff that kind of was cleared up and stuff like that about the minions that Venica brought with them. So I hope people just take this as, clearing up some of their problems. And I feel like Tabata went back. It's not like he heard a lot of people complain, but I feel like he went back and like said, I know people are gonna complain about that. Let me go ahead and changes up, changes up to, do this. Or I know people gonna complain about this. If I could take, this little aspect and make it not feel forced and add more to it, then this could happen. So I feel like honestly, those rematches will be something that I want to look forward to in the next few chapters. So my overall opinion of the chapter is pretty good. Like, Tabata really just never misses with these chapters, and I feel like honestly, this is kind of when Tabata is in his bag when he's writing these type, twists and stuff like that, these type of storylines in between characters and stuff like that. And I feel like honestly, it's just something that has always intrigued me about his writing when he writes like this. I mean, not saying that his, slice of life and cooldown arcs, because those are, another good thing in its entirety. But I feel like he's more into, more in his bag when he's writing these type of arcs, writing these type of twists and stuff like that, adding them into the storyline. And also for me, just personally, it feels like it feels like every chapter we get more and more. And even though some of the chapters aren't going into what people want to expect from Black Clover, I feel like honestly Tabata is doing a great job in showing important moments when they are needed in succession. So I feel like honestly, I haven't been mad that he hasn't went back to Yami versus Yami and Dante, whatever's going on with them. I'm not mad that he's not going back to seeing what's up with and them. I'm kind of glad that he's keeping his pace and showing us what more of the characters can do outside of them. So I feel like, like I said, I'm really glad, and I hope that this little portion of it keeps up to the point where like it doesn't feel forced when you're trying to switch, a forced switch transition in later or later chapters. But summary, I really like this chapter, and I feel like honestly it's a lot of stuff that people need to pay attention to, because there's a lot of stuff that's about to kind of clears up in this chapter that a lot of people had problems with. And like I said, with the rematches and stuff like that, I really can't wait to see them. Like, I'm glad that they weren't just one and done fights after one, technique got used. So I feel like I'm going to be glad to sit there and see all the techniques that they can come up with to kind of defeat them and keep them down. And seeing if Vonica's going to win, I feel like Vonica's going to win either way, but how she's going to win and how she's going to, do certain things. Because honestly, I feel like a lot of people have their own theories out there, and I'll probably try to put out a theory of mine, and probably next week or something like that. But honestly, this was just a great chapter. So like I said, I will put those links down in the description. But if you like this video, give me you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Oh yeah, I did put a spoiler thing in front of there. But also, like I said, I left those channels down there below in the description that you can subscribe to, because they also do this content too. Let me see what else. If you dislike this video, you can still leave a comment as what you disliked about the video. You can still subscribe while you're here too, because I would like, and let me know your feedback on these if you like me doing this new series and stuff like that. So this has been Stark OJ. Peace.